Minecraft Mod Session 2. In this session, the students will be exploring the Not Enough Items mod and the Bibliocraft mod. The session will need to be run in single-player creative mode, and the teacher will need to enable the Not Enough Items mod and the Bibliocraft mod before the beginning of the session. As well as those two mods, CodeChicken Core and CodeChicken Library will both also need to be enabled as well. They are dependent mods for Not Enough Items. So let's go ahead and launch Minecraft. We'll click Mods, and then Client Mods. We need to open the Mods folder. We'll need to open the Disabled Mods folder, and we will need to select Bibliocraft. If you hold the Control key while you click on different items, you can select multiple items. CodeChicken Core, CodeChicken Library, and Not Enough Items. And then if you right-click on one of those items, you can select Copy, and we'll go back to the parent directory. Right-click on an empty area in the folder, and we'll select Paste, and then those four mods will appear in the folder. We can close this window. As you can see right now, nothing appears in the Client Mods window, so we'll jump over to the Server Mods for a second, and then we'll jump back to Client Mods. And now we find the Bibliocraft appears in the list of mods that we can enable, so we will enable Bibliocraft. There are different types of mods. Some types of mods are server-based, some types of mods are client-based, and some types of mods are run on both servers and clients. Not Enough Items mod is a client mod. When we run a server, we don't need to worry about having Not Enough Items installed on it. But Bibliocraft is the type of mod that needs to run on both a server and a client. And we'll enable Bibliocraft now on the server so that it'll be available to the students later on in future sessions. We'll just do it now so we won't have to worry about it then. So what I did was I opened up the mods folder, and then I went into the Disabled Mods folder. I right-clicked on Bibliocraft. I select Copy, go back to the parent folder, and then I'll right-click and select Paste. It's the same process as we went through when we installed it on the client. As we see, we go back to the Server Mods list. It's not listed here, but if we click on Client Mods and then back on Server Mods, we'll see it appears in the list. And this time it seems to have enabled itself. That's fine. Sometimes it won't. To enable it, just click the box. We don't need to start a server, but we will need to start the client or the student computer. And we'll go ahead and do that now. Click Start Minecraft EDU, click Launch. So we'll go ahead and log on. As I said earlier, we'll be playing in single player mode, and we want to be in creative mode. So we'll need to create a new world, and we'll need to change the game mode to creative, and then click Create New World. This is just a randomly generated world. We'll start right in with one of the mods. In order to access Not Enough Items, press the I key, and that'll bring us right into the Not Enough Items interface. Or if we press the Escape key, we can leave. If we press the E key, our normal inventory key for the game, we'll see the creative mode interface come up, and we can click the survival inventory case, and that brings up the full Not Enough Items interface. You'll notice to the right side of the screen there is many blocks displayed. Let's maximize the screen so we can get the full effect here. You'll notice there's navigation buttons. You can scroll through the blocks. If we click on a block, I guess if we left click, it'll bring a full stack into our inventory. If we right click, it'll bring just a single block. And if we drag the items back over to this area and click, we'll get rid of them, or we can drag them over to the X and click. Also, to find items, we could type a couple letters from the name of the item in the search box at the bottom of the screen, and I typed in DI. See, we wind up with diamond tools and things made out of diamond, but you also wind up with some other types of things that have the letters DI. So if we want to see the full list of all the items, we'll just delete whatever's in the search box. Another way of selecting multiple items is the box at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. We could type in a number, let's say 10, and then if we click on an item, we'll receive 10 of those in our inventory. Up at the top of the screen, see a button that says NEI subsets. It's another way to find items. If you know that you're looking for an item that's in the Bibliocraft mod or the Minecraft EDU mod, that's one way of finding the blocks. You could scroll through. You can also disable items and they will no longer appear in the large group of items that are on the right side of the screen. If we right click the food button, food will no longer appear in this list. And then if we go back and we left click it instead of right click it, it'll enable it again, so all the food will appear. So you can make different items appear and disappear. And you can control your subsets that way. That way, if you were, say, building a structure or trying to work with just certain types of items, it makes it easier to find what it is you're looking for. Also, let's see what else we have. On the far left side of the screen, if we click the trash can and then we click on items in our inventory, it will delete them. We can turn rain on and off. If we go back to the Minecraft world, we can see it's raining. If we click it again, it'll turn the rain off. Next button changes the game mode. Your selections are creative, plus, adventure, survival. We'll go back to creative. Yeah, we're in creative mode. The magnet is pretty interesting. If we click the magnet button, it turns the magnet on, and any objects that are dropped nearby us, say when you're mining, they will magnetically be drawn towards you. So it's a pretty cool effect. Students will enjoy that one. Could demonstrate it by throwing an item out, and it should pop right back into my inventory. It sure does if I throw a few out, and they all should pop right back into my inventory. And we can set the time of day. It was getting dark out before, now it's light out. So that's nighttime. Alright, and there's a button to heal the player, but we're in creative mode, so it doesn't really have any effect on us because we are not in survival mode. We can use the buttons on the left side of the screen to save and then reload different inventories. So if we save our inventory right now, and then we get rid of the items that are in there, and then we load some different stuff into our inventory, save that into inventory position 2, and then we can switch back and forth between the inventories. We could load inventory 1, load inventory 2. We could go ahead and delete inventory 2. So that's a useful tool if you're building something and you need to switch between different groups of blocks. The final button that we haven't explored yet on this page is the options button. And the students aren't going to get into that, so we're really not going to dig into that right now. Another feature of Not Enough Items is the recipe feature. If we locate an item that requires several ingredients to craft it, and then we hover over it and press the R key, it will show us the recipe to create that item. This is the recipe for a compass. We could look at the recipe for a fishing rod, look at the recipe for a bed. And another very cool feature is that if we locate an item that can be used as an ingredient in a recipe, say redstone, and we press the U key, as in uses, we can see all the different things the item can be used for. There are some navigation arrows around the window. We can switch between different types of uses. There's crafting uses, there's brewing uses. These are all different types of potions. So the recipe and the use features, the R and the U key, pretty nifty. Press the escape key to make that interface go away. The X key is used for enchantments. If you press the X key, you can drag any enchantable item. Let's find a diamond sword. So we'll take a diamond sword and we will enchant it. So we can select an enchantment level. We can select different enchantments, or as many as we like, in different enchantment levels. we can scroll around, and we can create some pretty nifty enchanted items. Press the escape key to leave that interface. If we press the P key, we can bring up the potions menu. And with the potions menu, let's find some potions. And we can drag a potion into the potions box. And if we select a type of, an attribute, I guess, of the potion, we can then select a duration, click the backspace to clear the duration. We can enter a duration. And you can select multiple attributes for your potion, and though the interface will only display if so many of them, there is an unlimited number of attributes your potion could have. And after you're done with your potion, you can bring it back into your inventory. We'll click Escape to get back into our Minecraft world. The next mod we will be exploring is the Bibliocraft mod. The Bibliocraft mod is an items mod. It adds many items to the Minecraft world. We will be following the procedure the students will follow to explore a number of different items, but we will only be exploring one of those items in this video. So we'll press I to open up none of those items. In the search box, we will need to type book. We'll be looking for bookcases. There's a number of different bookcases made out of different types of wood, and you'll notice some of the bookcases are just bookcases and some are randomly filled with books. The randomly filled bookcases are only available in creative mode, and we will right-click to add one of these randomly filled bookcases to our inventory. Well, while we're here, let's grab an enchanted book. So we have a book to put on the bookcase as well. So we'll right-click on the enchanted book. That'll be added to our inventory. We'll hit Escape to return back to the Minecraft world. Now, if we select the bookcase in our quick bar, and we right-click on the ground and open empty area of the ground, the bookcase will appear. If we right-click on the bookcase with an empty hand, it will open up the bookcase's inventory. We have access to all of the books on the bookcase. We could also take our book from our inventory and put it on the bookcase, or if you wanted to place a book on the bookcase, you could select it, in other words, hold it in your hand by pressing the corresponding key on the quick bar, and then right-click on the bookshelf, and it will place the book in that spot. You can see our book is on the bookshelf. We can take it back and put it in our inventory. So that's the procedure they'll be following to explore the Bibliocraft mod. After the students have explored a number of items in the Bibliocraft mod, they will be challenged to build a structure and decorate it using many of the items from the Bibliocraft mod. Some of the items that are added by the Bibliocraft mod, we could use the subsets feature of not enough items to see just the Bibliocraft mod items. If we right-click on Minecraft and on Minecraft EDU, it will only leave the Bibliocraft mod items in this list. And we could go through those different items and see all the different items they add. So they'll decorate their structure with a number of these items. They're also free to use items from standard Minecraft and Minecraft EDU as well. But they should be very engaged with many of these interesting items. There's clocks and typewriters, and there's painting frames, lots of stuff. Anyway, that's all I'll be covering for session 2.